What's up, guys? Just wanted to record this quick video as a summary recap of yesterday's call, which was January 6th, 2022. Happy New Year, guys. So what I wanted to do is kind of do a quick summary so everybody's kind of up to speed on what happens on the Thursday SEO call. And if you want to follow along and really take advantage of some of these action items that I'm not only teaching on, but also giving you a little bit of homework to apply and really kind of take advantage of what we're teaching. And then every week, you're basically moving the needle for your pages on your website. So let's jump right into this. So right here, I'm on the Axis Homebuyers website. If you want to check this website out, you can go to axishomebuyers.com. This is our internal company. Sean and I own this company, and I'm going to be using this as an example as we work through a lot of these tasks in this Thursday call. So this is a great example because this is directly straight out of the box how we begin a foundational website and how we build it all the way into what we call a dominator level client or package, which is our top tier package with all the bells and whistles when it comes to SEO tasks and strategies. Okay, so here I'm going to go through a few action items that we talked about on the call, and if you want to apply these, go for it. I definitely recommend that you do this, regardless if you are a Foundations client. If you are a Foundations client, I would absolutely recommend that you do this. But if you are, for example, in any of our content packages like a Content Pro package or something like that, absolutely, again, apply. And then the bigger questions that I got was, what if I'm in an accelerator or dominator level package? Again, guys, the accelerator and dominator level packages, we actually apply a lot of these strategies already. But when you follow along here and you learn what we're actually doing for you in those levels, in those top tier levels, and you actually do some on your own, all you're doing is adding power to your brand. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with that. If you have some kind of questions or concerns, maybe you're kind of thinking that you're overlapping efforts or whatnot, definitely send us a message in support, which is support@topresultsconsulting.com. We're more than happy to answer that. In most cases, the answer is no. We're going to encourage you to do your own posts, right? And create these particular or move forward with some of these tasks, because all that is, like I said, you're just adding power to your brand. Okay, so let's jump into this. The first item that I have is going to be adding fresh content. Now, what we focused on is, where would we add fresh content, right? Because a website, as you can see, if you look at the navigation bar, it can be a little overwhelming because there's a lot of different pages. Now, in this Thursday call, we're focusing on SEO, right? So I'm going to start breaking this down from the most important pages for SEO all the way down to the lower in the totem pole when it comes to priority. Okay, they're all important, but we're going to start with the most important. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the locations tab up here in the navigation. If you can see that, if you have a real estate investor website with us, you'll have this tab. So you'll click on there and then you'll get a list of all your different locations. Most of you will only see between 3 to 6 locations. I added a number of extra locations because obviously we own the company. So I wanted to kind of show this as an example of potentially, with time, how you can add additional cities to your locations page here. But each one of these hyperlinks, in other words, there's another internal page that exists that focuses on, for example, Goodyear, Arizona, right? So there's an internal page that represents and really targets the keywords for these geolocations. Okay, so what I'm going to do here as an example, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to be really using this Chandler. I'm going to focus on the Chandler location first. Now, you might ask why I'm focusing on the Chandler location, is because that is where we have a Google business profile verified. So I want to focus on the city where I actually have my Google business profile first, because there's going to be 2 opportunities for ranking as we go through these tasks that I'm going to be recommending that you apply. So for us, we have an actual office, a virtual office that we submitted to Google. We told them that's where we're located, and we got verified. So we have an address and a Google business profile ready to go. And so that's why I want to focus on optimizing my Chandler city page, so I can then start ranking for all the different real estate investing, large volume Chandler keywords, right? So if you're thinking about, well, I haven't done the keyword or whatnot, I don't even want you worrying about that, because we've done the keyword research for you already. All the content is ready to go. It's optimized. What I need you to do through this process is help us make it unique, right? More to you. And I'm going to be doing some examples here, but I wanted to show you just straight out of the box. This is very familiar to you. A lot of you guys, a lot of this content is our content pack. So now what we're going to work on is, how do we take this Chandler page? And for those of you that are like, what city do? I just gave you the answer. Wherever is your main hub, right? Wherever your location, especially if you do have a Google business profile, wherever that address is, what is the city it is, start there. That'd be my recommendation. So here, what we're going to be doing, the first recommendation that I gave in the Thursday call is to pick the city, right? One city. Let's start very simple, and look for opportunities where you can add what's called fresh content, whether it be within the existing content. Maybe you read through this and you decide that you can potentially write it a little better, right? I'm going to give you the fair warning of things to look out for that can potentially hurt your SEO, right? So what I'm going to tell you is, make sure that you have your business name in there, and that you have the keywords. When we talk about keywords in real estate investing, it's actually very simple. Anything that's talking about sell your house fast, we buy houses, location, things like that, leave those in there. I know sometimes it feels like it's a bit repetitive, but we're sprinkling those keywords because those are the keywords that have the search volume, and those are the keywords that we want to sprinkle on this page, so Google understands that's what we're trying to rank for. So what we have here is, you can potentially read through this and be smart about it, right? Put your SEO hat on and say, all right, I read through it. I saw that Roger's team added the company name once or twice or three times, whatever that is. So I'm going to make sure I don't delete the company name anywhere, right? In these three paragraphs. The next thing is, it looks like he used the we buy houses, sell your house fast, sell my house fast. Boom. All right. Noted. But everything else, as you tell the story of what this is about, maybe you can leave this alone and maybe add 2 more paragraphs. Maybe you can continue the paragraphs that we have here, and you can do this on a Google Doc and basically tell us, send it in to support, take a screenshot of this right here, this section, and say, hey, I optimize or I updated this paragraph. Here is the Google Doc, right, where the content is, and make sure you share that to support at Top Results Consulting, so we have access to that, or just paste it into an email. And what our team will do, our support team, will take that content and just add it here. So obviously you do have to give us a little bit of direction on where it is that you actually did your edits, but that's it. And that's why I say focus on one page, because you might focus on one page and be focusing on one section at a time, right? And that's how you send in your edits, so our team understands very, very easy on what you're trying to accomplish, okay? So that's the first thing, finding opportunities within your website, existing content for you to add some fresh content. Okay, so that's the first thing that you can look for as an opportunity we talked about to give these pages a little more power. Now, what's great about it, when we make an update to a page, it gives an opportunity for Google to actually re-index or rescan your website. And that sometimes actually increases your rankings, because maybe it's been stale for a while, you haven't added anything, and you were doing pretty good. But it just, since you don't add anything, Google didn't have a reason to come back and take a look at any updates that you might have provided for them. So when you do those simple little fresh content updates, it forces Googlebot, in other words, the little program that comes to scan the site, to re-scan the site, reread everything on it, and index the site, which is great. That sometimes gives you a boost in your rankings automatically. So fresh content is number 1. Number 2 is going to be unique images. Okay, so as you can see right here, if I go over to the homepage, you'll notice this background image is the same image as all my location pages. I haven't optimized for SEO these location pages. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to go to the Chandler page and boom, see, it's the same image. So a simple optimization that you can do for next week is basically go out there, either get a stock image that has, make sure you own it. And that's why I'm going to really push towards more unique images. But if you find a stock image that you like, that's, a landscape of the city, right? If there was kind of maybe a cityscape of Chandler, or maybe, some kind of like tourist attraction or something like that, something that'll really capture the attention of someone that's familiar with Chandler and sees the image and says, yes, I recognize that. That's Chandler. That's the type of image you want, right? In the background. What does that look like? I'm going to go to one of our other clients here. And I'm going to show you an example right here. For Greenville, South Carolina, we used a Greenville cityscape here, something like that, right? But it doesn't always have to be a cityscape. It could be, some kind of, monument or something that people would be familiar with in that town. So just giving you a couple tips, something as simple as that. Again, it's an update to the page. It's fresh, which forces the Googlebot to actually rescan your website and re-index. So even by updating images on the site can cause a little bit of a boost as well. So big encouragement for new images on the site. And again, all you have to do is send them over to support, and we will handle uploading them. Just give us some guidance on where you want those, okay? So we'll go ahead and keep moving here. The next one's going to be adding a video. Again, if you are a brand new client, or maybe you've been with us for a couple months, but you haven't really dove deep into the SEO of your website, and you're wondering, what can I be doing? You'll look at this, maybe whatever city page, and that's why I came back to the Chandler page here. Like I said, I haven't done much additional optimization to this. So I'm going to scroll down, and there's a lot of images, right? Just stock images that we add here that make sense for just, for the time being. But you can potentially create a city page video that explains what you do in that city, right? You buy houses, you help people through certain situations. What does that look like? Well, let's go to another one of our clients here. Actually, I'm going to use this one here again, because it's just straightforward here. This is a video right here. And this video does not just live on the website. It actually originally lives on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel for your business, you would upload that city video talking about that city and what you do there. You'd upload it to YouTube. You'd let us know in support that you actually created a video and you uploaded that video to YouTube. And what we'll do, we'll take what's called an embed code, a little snippet of code, and we'll add it to your website, and it'll appear and look exactly like this. So when someone comes to the website here, they'll scroll down, they'll click on the video, and they'll be able to watch it right on the website here. Okay, so we'll do all that for you. All you have to do is create the video and upload it to YouTube, and give us some guidance on where we can find it, and then we'll embed it. It's called embedding to the website. That, again, it's fresh content on the site, or at least on the page. It'll force Googlebot to rescan this particular page and potentially give you some boost in your rankings. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is going to be an interlinking strategy. And this is for somebody that maybe has a little more content on their site that you've been creating, maybe some blog posts, things like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show an example here of a good interlinking strategy. Now, you don't have to have this many like the one I'm about to show you. The goal here is to get you to do one, right? So if you do have some content, maybe you've been with us for a while, maybe just kind of getting blogs from us, and you have some good content about a certain city, right? Maybe if it was me and I was doing things about Chandler, right? And maybe I had a couple blogs talking about foreclosure process in Chandler, and they're sitting in my blog, right? And those are great. I could potentially send a request into support and let them know, hey, can you interlink my foreclosure process blog from Chandler, right? My foreclosure process in Chandler blog with my city page, with my Chandler city page. And that's it. That's all you have to request. As long as that blog exists, we'll know exactly what to do. We'll go look for it. And basically what it'll look like, it's a hyperlink. And a lot of you guys are already familiar. See all these blue links? These are all interlinking to content within the website. It's not externally linking to another website. You could do that, but right now I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about interlinking. So you can actually create an interlink. And what that does, it creates a matrix or an interlinking strategy within the site. And Google loves that, because what you're doing, you're creating a great experience for the user. Because if I'm going through here and I'm reading, you're giving me just a summary of what you do for foreclosure, but you have an entire process, like a page that talks about very specifically about foreclosure, and I can just click on this hyperlink, you just created a great experience for me. And that's why those interlinks are very, very important and actually give you a nice little boost in your rankings when you have a good strategy going on. For this week, the goal is just to get used to doing these. So if you do have existing content, you want to interlink something to a city page, right? Interlinking a blog post to a city page. That's basically what you're trying to do. Send it over to support and just let us know what blog you're talking about, what city it's supposed to be talking about, and then tell us what city page you want us to link to. We'll handle it from there. Okay. So that is the interlinking strategy. And then I'm going to share another website here that does a great job on before and after. So this is Anchored Homes. So if you have some projects, and maybe you have an archive of photos, right? So some images out there of a project, and you were lucky enough to get into that project and take some photos, and then you were able to complete that project, and maybe you have some fresh photos. So you have a before and after photo of that project, or that maybe the kitchen, maybe the exterior, whatever it might be. If you send those over, don't send us a bunch, right? Just a bunch of pictures I'm talking about. Send us one image of your before and one image of your after, and we're more than happy to add little modules, they're called before and after modules, to your website. And we'll create a section here just like this. And basically what's going to happen is people can come here and check this out. This moves. It's really cool because they can actually move. And once again, it provides someone, you added value because now you gave someone a reason to come to the site before and after. Let me check out your projects. And then when you have them do that, a lot of people love to do that for whatever reason. They kind of check things out. It keeps them on the page longer, which is one of the Google algorithms metrics that Google looks at to see how people enjoy using your page. So these are little widgets that make it the interaction with your page nice, but you have to have these before and after pictures. Once again, if you have those, send them to support. We'll be more than happy to add them to your site. I would recommend, even if you have one before and after, right? We'll just kind of create a big one, right? One, and then as you get more, we can create, like here we have 3 of them, but we can work with one if that's all you have. But obviously you would have to have a before and an after image. And if you send that over, we'll create a widget like this. All right, so we're going to keep going here. I'm going to share another one of our clients here. And this one's going to be around case studies. So if you're kind of struggling, well, Roger, I don't have time to kind of look at everything, how I can improve the content within the site. I don't have time to create a video or anything like that. I need more ideas. What else can I do? Well, maybe you can talk about and write a quick 2-3 paragraph case study of a situation, right? So Aiken Developers right here, Aiken Developers created a section within their homepage for a case study. And they have many of these. I'm just kind of showing you this as an example of what you can do. Maybe you just have one, right? And this does not have to be a project, because a lot of you guys are just getting started. I want to make sure that I'm very, very clear here. If you're just getting started, that's fine. Maybe you gave some advice to somebody. Tell us about that case study. What happened? Were they happy about it, right? Hopefully they were happy about it. That's why you're creating this case study. But you can say, hey, I was called, with my expertise and what I've done in my experience in real estate investing, I was able to kind of guide this person in their foreclosure situation. And this was the result. And if you can write a couple paragraphs about that, it doesn't have to be super elaborate. That is fresh content. And that is unique content that's unique to your business because you were the one that gave that information. We can create a section just like this, right? And then we can just add those paragraphs in here. Once again, it will ping the algorithm at Google. It will force Googlebot to rescan your site, and it'll give you a little bit of a boost in your rankings because you have fresh content. Okay, so that is the case study. The other one is going to be same thing. Aiken Developers just does a great job at this. Is going to be a testimonial video, right? So maybe you don't have time to create a city page video like I had talked about before, and you don't have time to go through and write out a case study or look for fresh content, but you can maybe interview one of your past clients, just like Mickey did here with one of their clients, and get a testimonial. And that's an easy one to create, upload to YouTube, send it over the link to us, and have us upload it into your website as an embed, right? Embed it a lot like we did here. And then obviously that person probably already gave you a review. So we'll put the review right next to it. We'll create a special section just like we did here for that review. Again, it's fresh content to your site. It'll force the Google bot to re-index your site. So it's an awesome quick way to get that done. And then I have two more items here that you can potentially do. So the second to last is going to be a PR, a press release. We run those, and these are going to be simple press releases, really, really targeted towards a keyword. So in this case, I'm going to go to Access Home Buyers, because maybe I want to really rank for, because I saw the search volume for We Buy Houses in Chandler, Arizona. I want to rank for that, right? When someone types that in or something similar to that, I want Google to understand that I'm trying to rank for that keyword. So I want to make sure that I do stuff to kind of push that. Everything I've mentioned so far is pushing the power towards some of these keywords, but you can also run a press release, and we'll focus, you'll let us know, I want to run it for Chandler. We'll focus on 2 to 3 keywords that we really want to push for you. And we'll talk about those, and we'll interlink them. These are external sites, basically news sites, news outlets, and they'll interlink into your Chandler page. We'll give your Chandler page a little bit of a boost. All right, so that's another way. And then the final way here is going to be one where you actually, I'm going to go back to another example here. It's going to be our Greenville page here, one of our other clients here. And this this right here, the BBB, right? So a lot of our clients use this. The reason I'm showing this, I'm talking about badges, right? Badges. What are badges? Well, if you're part of an association, maybe your Chamber of Commerce, the Better Business Bureau, maybe, for example, where is a good one? Let me see. I believe I'm going to go up here, see if we can find a couple more good ones. Here we go. Like Anchored Homes. They have a couple different badges, right? Because he is a veteran-owned business, so he has that. A lot of you guys are former military or active military, retired military, right? This right here, look into this badge right here. You got to sign up, get a profile, and then they'll allow you to use this badge. A lot of you guys are part of different associations, right? Your Chamber of Commerce. Tell us about it. Many of you guys I know are part of your Better Business Bureau. You have that profile, and that badge does not exist on your website. Tell us about it. We don't know that. So if you tell us about it, that you do have these profiles, then we will help you add those badges. Again, those badges are for credibility. It gives you a backlink from that platform that's providing that badge. And again, if we add something new to the website, forces the algorithm to re-index your site. Again, if it's something positive and it has some power, it will potentially give you a little bit of a boost in your rankings. So I'll stop there, guys. As you can see, we really, really focused on city pages. I know it was a lot that I covered on what we talked about, what the potential optimizations. There is a lot. So there is no reason why you can't pick one city and one task and share it with us. What did you do? That one task. Because once you do that, you basically broke the mold, right? You're no longer kind of scared to do stuff to your website. Now you kind of get a little bit of confidence. You know what the process is. And now you have this video to look at all these other things that you can be doing to your city pages, and you can start knocking those out every week. Okay, so hopefully this helps out. I'm looking forward to see what you guys come up with, and seeing you on next Thursday's call. All right, guys, till next time.